All reactions are on Patreon, or if you want, you can pull up your copy of The Penguin, Episode 6, Gold Summit, and press play when I press play when the timer reaches 0. I'm assuming we're gonna flash forward a little, because I don't really think the bulk of this show is the little minutia that takes place over the course of months. Ooh. Obviously, you'd want to diversify eventually, because this is a single central point that if it went up, your empire's gone. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he would be a moron not to at least attempt to A, get into other drug businesses that aren't so volatile, but B, move this operation in such a way that it's not so risky. 43 seconds and 3, 2, 1, go. Now I really wonder about that guy who was the significant local gangster who knew that they were there. You're not in the lair, okay. No, you are, okay. This really does feel like some place that Batman would bust into, though. I assume that you're doing something to at least try and prevent loose lips legitimately, because this seems like a lot of people to know about this place. Right. And also, like, minimum diversification, having more mushrooms in barrels elsewhere. Yeah, this is just a lot of people. Victor screwing it up would be obviously, it's probably what's gonna happen because it's a TV show and the major characters are who things happen with, but this is a lot of fucking people! And that's fine in a broader gang organization where it's like ratting out is more than just their hideouts there. Like, but that really would completely bust Oz. Most supervillain hideouts, it's also not the entire location of the crime. And it works fine for a superhero hideout, something this drastic, because you need less people, usually. Wahoo. No. Really? Ah, okay, okay. I had Maroni on the mind. Oh God. Right. It's an open secret that he's here, isn't it? It's what wine's supposed to do for about 50 years. Or more. That was actually kind of amazing. I didn't give that the credit it deserved. I wouldn't mind at all how precarious Oz's situation is, so long as they acknowledge it. One person gets followed, which it seems they know the people, so. And suddenly the whole thing's done, or maybe if they made it clear that the underground network was just so massive that simply knowing he's underground isn't enough to know where the base is, that would be at least something. What? Obviously, he's got the voice for it, but I really do struggle to see Clancy Brown as a mobster. That's the amazing part. At least they said it. Yeah, dangerous game. Worthwhile if you can pull it off, but being punitive can have its costs as on its own. Surprised you still keep her up here. Weirdest fucking family dynamic ever. All right, so the guy that was the significant local gangster, I don't remember his name, Squid, is biding his time with his information. Thinking granularly, huh? She's gotten worse. I mean, I honestly don't know what the correct way to handle that is. Uh, I don't know. Victor's way seemed to be working, but is it a consequence? I don't know. What? Yeah, I assume it was an attack. Attack, yeah. That's how easy it is to get them to back out, huh? Some gang they are. You had to have seen something like this coming. Unless? Lorax? I don't see you speaking for the trees. Wait. With an addictive product. I mean, yeah, this. I would think it would take more than one night for this kind of plan to work, but in broad stroke, it's kind of brilliant. Okay, so the other night? Okay, I think it had been at least a month. Well, I guess that could still be the other night. Speaking in general. Are you gonna get rid of him, Victor? Oh no. I had a bad idea of the type of character that was gonna be. That's my fault. Eh, he's got one, but seeing these two fundamentally have to put in the legwork, probably because they're the only ones with this level of a vendetta against Oz in particular, and try and still consolidate their own power, is very nice. Make it even less. I didn't have any problem buying Clancy Brown as the spoiler in Dexter New Blood as the serial killer in that show. As he does play menacing very well, but it is a certain type. There you go. Finally tying it together. What? Fallen. Yeah, it's yeah, it's really tough watching someone lose themselves like that. I guess the real bastard moment they're probably setting up is that at the end he'd burn her too to save his own ass. Man, this is too real. This is it's effectively made. It's good television, but this is uncomfortably real. She said, if there's anybody in Gotham who can kill their own mother, he's standing right in front of me. And I'm really gonna be shocked if she's dead before any of the antagonists gets their hands on her. Single hand. Yeah, it won't be that quick. You gotta wait until they come down from their highs for the real effect to kick in. Now you got a problem. I can't believe you don't just buy another portable generator. Does Parkinson's do that to you? Yeah, he's gonna feel patronized, isn't he? He's I get why it's Sophia doing this, because she a major character again, but it's like she's gotten to the point where she should have a couple guys that are just doing this because it's their job. Like, this is an incredibly exposed position for her to be in right now with an active under the table gang war going on. Admittedly, it's worse for Oz with that look on his face, but yeah. Right. Add power to the slums! Batman's like sneaking up to save this guy, and then he hears what Oz says, and he's like, 27-11. 3, 2, 1, go. That would hurt so much. You don't need a good one to be a success. Honestly, that was the harsher part to me than him doing the needle to the nose. I mean, the guy on the phone already proved he wasn't that hard, at least not in this world. You rigged me like this? You gonna try and do this the nice way? Ah, you have to know this isn't gonna work. Basic kickbacks, money talks. That would have been a great way to do things. Yeah, I'll take you to your boss. To take you to my boss. Oh no. Yeah, you had a real chance to actually get a decent kickback. And long term, like, ah, man, you just let your own pride and idiocy and greed get in the way. Didn't think it was gonna last long. That's a killing shot too. You don't even need to double tap. Probably I would if I were you. If you're gonna do it, don't be the guy who cries over his dying body. That's just insult to injury. Nah, this is excellent. Time to go. Yeah, the only way to survive that particular that was particularly brutal. It would have been to be in the hospital. Yeah, I like that the actual worry flashed on her face. She's cold blooded because of the world she's been in, but ooh, in her world, you have to lie regardless. We could try. Yeah, no amount of years in the insane asylum would change the upbringing. Would it make sense for him to have told her that though? Like maybe. Yeah, I mean, like I like that you recognize that's a really shitty situation, but it's not exactly the reason to be the ultimate reversal. Not in this life. Keep it simple. I like that. I actually like that a lot. The way she said that line. I didn't think so. Really? I mean, it's not impossible to figure out. I like that Victor's had escalating levels of how much he's in this life. Like, there's been several points now where he could have backed out before he really did something horrible, you know? And it's just bam, 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 worse, worse, worse. He started by hiding a body, but he didn't kill the guy and he was kind of under duress. You see? Oh, holy shit. Holy shit. He said it gets easier. And I know he meant it too. Okay, let's see if this goes better than your last big meeting. Nice. Nice silent title. Okay. Is me. God, I love this guy. That's what it takes in Gotham. You need to be able to give a fucking speech. Or not talk at all. That is the those are the dynamics. Orange wine. Oh. I like, yeah, okay, getting called out for it. Oh, are you about to kill this guy just for calling you the Penguin and mocking you? I hope not. Is that ooh 43, 55, and 3, 2, 1, go. The room where it happened. Not a room, but it's happening. I like that he just basically said the exact same thing, but he's like, but whatever, right? Wow. What's the most prideful among you gonna do? Like, God, I love your facial expressions. Yes, the music. They know when to do it too. They don't just constantly overplay that soundtrack. They bring it in at the perfect fucking moments. This might be like a top 5 in terms of musical score, not in terms of being like a singing musical. Two different conversations in terms of musical score. Top 5 ever TV shows for me. I'd just burn them. I like that it's on the sneaker though, you know, with the conversation earlier. Extra meaning. I would not even just burn them because like not get caught, but like, oh God. Okay. Yeah, just make sure she doesn't fall, dude. Okay. I fucking love this show, guys. I kind of wonder if I'd like this show a little better though if Victor was just a bastard. Because that's not bad. It makes it sound like people who end up in this world aren't complicated individuals. It's not what I mean, but is most people don't have some super duper tragic backstory and then gang time. Like maybe they're poor or something. That's usually the extent of it. Your peripheral vision's not amazing, Victor. That's not gonna serve you if you ever meet Batman. He's gonna do that creepy thing where he like appears in front of you and it's like boo and you still haven't seen him so so Batman's gonna have to do it again. I felt all the tension. I did. You just they shows do this all the time, and where, especially well written ones like this, unfortunately, where every single victory has a taint to it, has a sour piece in the mouth. Oz just got those triads on his side. We're thinking, woo, they gotta bring in the of him meeting the mom. More often, I would like to see, things go well for a few episodes before some real shit goes down. I'm not bitching. I still am enjoying it, but this is just like something I'd like to see. Yeah, top 5 soundtracks ever. And I'm more just saying this is a general rule of I'm not sure what I'd have to look at other shows and really consider their soundtracks to know what would be over this. I'm putting it in top 5 as a placeholder because I'm sure there's got to be something that's on this level. This might be the best. Again, separate conversation for shows that are like singing musicals. Totally different rules for judging those soundtracks. God. I'm glad that Batman just popped up. It is amazing just how much I buy that this is Gotham. At least one aspect of it. Because not all of Gotham is Crown Point or the gang talks. Obviously, excess amount of PhD graduates in Gotham. Next time.